£2 for that shirt if you want it.
2?
Yeah.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the free football shirt collection challenge, the series where we look to go out and buy football related items, flip them for a profit, use that profit to buy football shirts for the collection that you don't see behind me. So the reason you don't see it behind me is because I'm lazy and I have a few other things going on right now, and it's just taking a back seat. It's kind of half done. I just haven't got around to finishing it. You will see it eventually. This series is never going to end because we've got so many shirts we need to pick up. So in the grand scheme of things, it's only a very small portion of the time that you won't get to see the shirts behind me. There is a shirt in front of me. It is my glorious Roberto Firmino shirt that is now the most expensive shirt in the collection. Although if a shirt that I've bought yesterday turns up, it will be eclipsed quite considerably. Wow, what a pickup that is. Hopefully it gets sent. I am dubious, but we'll see. So in this episode, I take a trip to the boot sale. I walk into a charity shop and I pay Sports Direct a visit. So far we have 10 shirts in the collection. I only have 9 in this little clip because I've picked up the Firmino shirt and I don't feel like putting all 10 back on the floor again just so that I can include the Firmino shirt in it. But like I said, once they're all behind me, it won't be a problem. You'll get to see them every day, every episode anyway. So let's just get the charity shop one out of the way first, because this one is something and nothing. So I'm in a town called Merthyr, and if you've ever been there, you know this place is rough. It's awful, absolutely horrendous. And I don't mean rough as in like there's people with knives walking around the place. I mean, they probably are, but it's not that. It's just that everything is run down, everything is shut down, and it's just a dump. And I can say that because I used to live there, so it's fine. I get away with it. So I'm in this charity shop. It's the last one, and I'm about to walk out and something catches my eye. It is a Swansea City t-shirt, and it's like a play on words from San Miguel. It says San Michu, which I thought was not funny in the slightest. But I think it was like £2 or something, and if it's football related, I'm just going to pick it up. I think I could get 10 to 12 for it, if I'm honest. I don't know who's going to buy it. Maybe, probably a Swansea fan. But, hey, I bought it anyway, right? I'm going to add £8 to the total cash profit in this series. I do have it. I haven't sold it. It's just over there, and it's so insignificant that I can't be bothered to get it out and show you. But, yeah, just know that it didn't cost me an awful lot. I'm probably going to make about £8 profit on it after fees and everything. So the total series cash profit was 177. Let's just say now it's 185. The total collection value, incidentally, is £310, which is not bad. Not bad at all. Let's add to it today just one shirt. And I said I was going to do this, and I could do it all in one go, but I'd like to keep a little bit of the cash profit there just in case. I'm going to buy a shirt out of my own collection. That sounds really weird, but I have a fair few Liverpool shirts, right? I say a fair few. I've got a few, right? A couple of them names on the back, a couple of them don't, and I want to be able to get them into this collection because I don't want to be buying the same shirt again just for the sake of this series. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy them off myself at market value. Obviously no money is going to change hands. The only thing that's going to happen here is the total cash profit will go down by however much I allocate to the shirt, and that will go on to the collection value, and we're just going to fiddle the figures, really. I mean, it's not against the rules or anything. It just makes perfect sense. Why would I want to go and buy the same shirt that I already own just for the sake of this video? It just doesn't make any sense. So I'll pay myself market value, if that makes sense, right? So let's do that now before we get into the meat of the video, shall we say. It's a pretty significant shirt, actually, in terms of Liverpool. It's creased to hell and back because it's just been in a drawer for a good few weeks. But yeah, it's a very significant shirt in the grand scheme of Liverpool history. It is the 2019 title-winning shirt. There it is, in all its glory. Can't remember where I bought it. No, I do. I do remember where I bought it. Sports Direct is where I bought it. I can't remember how much it cost me, though, because I bought quite a few that day. Well, 3, I think. But there it is. Yeah, no name on the back of that one. If I buy them online, I will put a name and number on the back. If I buy them in store, they do personalisation. But if I buy them in store, I don't tend to do it. I don't know why. I just do not trust employees of shops like Sports Direct and when it existed, JJB Sports. If you work for one of those, I do apologise, you're probably perfectly capable at your job, but the last time I bought a shirt in a shop that they did it there and then and put the name on the back, didn't fill me with confidence. They didn't know who the player was, they didn't know what the number was, they didn't know if they had it straight. They ruined one shirt just as I was walking in. Another customer wanted a Man United top with someone on the back, Young I think it was, and they absolutely butchered it, but they still tried to give it to him. It was just off kilter, and I'd already sort of pre-ordered it in the morning. I walked in and said, hey, can I pick this up at lunchtime? This is what I want, and I paid for it and I walked out. And when I went back in to get it, the one that they were doing there behind the counter, oh, they butchered it, and they still tried to give it to him. I don't know the outcome of it because I wasn't there. I just picked mine up and walked away. Thankfully mine was fine, but I just, ever since then, I was like, nah, I'll just do it online. Why I think doing it online is better, I don't know. I'm just hoping that a lot more people do it online so that there's like a specialist team that just do printing. I don't know. Anyway, I've never had a problem when I bought it online. Never had a problem when I bought it in shops, to be honest, but, you know, that story just put me off. Anyway, should we put it on? It is quite mad that this is the shirt that we won the title in because it feels a lot older than it is. I suppose 2019 is a good few years old, and that's about 3 years old. But yeah, it just feels like we won it under Nike, but we didn't. We won it under New Balance. Anyway, this isn't actually that expensive, with no patches, with no... Obviously, it has the Western Union on the side, but it doesn't have the Premier League patch or anything there. It doesn't have a name on the back or anything. It's pretty basic. I don't know how much they really go for. I've had a look on eBay and they go from anywhere between 15 and 25, so that's just hit it in the middle and say £20. If you think I'm wrong on that and you think it would cost more to get this shirt, then you let me know, but I'm going to say £20. I think that's probably about right. I think I could get this shirt on Vinted for £20 quite comfortably. So we've gone from 185 to 165. We still have a lot of money left in order to go out and buy things. Like I said, I do take a trip to Sports Direct. Did I pick anything up there? We'll have a look in a minute. But first, let's take a little trip to the boot sale. So this boot sale was unbelievably slim pickings for football-related items. This was the only thing I found, and it was a Chelsea shirt. And as soon as I picked it up, you could tell this is not genuine. The badge had issues. There were a few other telltale signs. I'll go through them in a second. And I was just having a quick once-over of it, and I was about to put it back down, and the guy went £2 for that one. You have heard him at the very beginning of the video. I had to clarify, £2, and he said, yeah. So, for £2, even though it is fake, my money is safe here. Someone will buy this off me for what I paid, and because it's part of the video, I had to pick it up. It was £2, right? The guy said £2, £2, whatever he said. I'm not leaving a shirt there if it's fake, if it's real, for £2. Doesn't make a blind bit of difference. If it's good enough, I mean, if it's like one of those like Tenerife jobs, then fair enough, I'm leaving it there. But if it's one of these type of fakes, then for £2, I'm just going to take it, right? I thought, slim pickings, I might as well take it. If I'm honest, had I not been filming this, I probably wouldn't have taken it. I took it for content more than anything, if I'm being quite frank. There it is. It's not a terrible fake. If you looked at it from a distance, you'd be like, yeah, that's real. That's a Chelsea shirt. That's a Chelsea fan. The badge is the biggest giveaway of all here, though. So, can you tell there? It's not straight. That has been put on wonky. Probably by someone who works for JJB Sports. I don't think they exist anymore, so I can slag them off as much as I want. But yeah, it's just wonky. So as soon as I picked it up, and I was like, I was about to put it back down, and he said it's £2, and I thought, for £2, I'll just take it. It absolutely stunk, by the way. Now, it smells like a meadow. Honestly, if you could have smell-o-vision, you'd just be smelling it all day. I washed it, basically. Yeah. There are a fair few telltale signs here, so the 3 has cracking on it, and that tends to happen with fake shirts when they've been put in the wash. Doesn't happen as much with the genuine things when you put them in the wash. Over time it will happen, but not for a while. The fake shirts, they can't handle heat. People put them in washing machines, which is wrong. You shouldn't do that anyway, but that's one telltale. The biggest one is the badge wasn't straight. The other one is the neck. That there, you can't. I don't know if you can be able to tell or see because it's worn away. But the size and the where it was made and things has worn away. Doesn't tend to happen with the genuine ones anywhere near as quickly as that anyway. And I think it's a little bit too far down for me. I don't know if you can tell, a little bit too far down. It should be slightly higher up. You can't really see, but there is a remnant of the word Thailand in there, which we all know is a big giveaway. I think these shirts were made in Georgia, possibly Vietnam. I think Georgia is where this Chelsea shirt would have been made. But obviously the biggest way to tell, and the easiest way, if you could be bothered to type in the code, is on the inside label there's a little Nike tag, and the top number is the one you should be typing in, but the tag also says made in Thailand, which it would not have been. So I mean, there's just so many different ways to tell that a shirt is fake, but just from looking at that way you can tell. But for £2 I wasn't going to leave it there, although I probably should have. So what am I going to do with it? I'm just going to stick it on Facebook and just see if someone wants it for a £5. Yes, we'll be making a little bit of money, but if someone says, hey, can I have it for £2? I'm not going to argue. Yeah, come and get it for £2. It's fine. Smells like a meadow. And then that should do it. I might even put that in the description. Smells like a meadow. So we'll see. I'm not going to add anything or deduct anything from the total thing. It is illegal to sell fake shirts, so you have to, I mean, I'm going to put it on Facebook, but I am going to say this is not a genuine shirt, and that people can have it for basically for what I paid, £2, £5, whatever anyone wants to give me, as long as I don't have to take it to them, I'm okay with it. Shall we go into Sports Direct and have a little flick through the rack? So I walk into a very dirty Sports Direct and I go straight to the back. I apologise for the juddering, the active camera, but it's a very old GoPro. This is the very small section that they have in my Sports Direct for football shirts. This Manchester City t-shirt is covering my beloved football club. This is the season just gone shirt. They didn't have any of the newer ones in adult sizes. They had a kids new one, but they were selling these off at £35. They had a lot of them. I haven't got this, so I'm very tempted to pick it up at some point. Why they put security tags? I mean, they have to put security tags on football shirts, right? It makes perfect sense. But why they put them there, I don't know. Because it's just going to make a hole. When I worked for JD, we were told to put it through the stitch. Through the neck, the stitch on the neck, which kind of made sense because you'd use a pre-existing hole where the stitch goes through. But at the same time, you just make it bigger and then it just causes damage. So there's no real way you can security tag football shirts to make sure that you don't damage the shirt. But it's so infuriating to see that, because if had I bought that, I wouldn't have been happy. I'd rather buy it online where they come from a warehouse and they're not security tagged. So there's a few Liverpool ones at the front. That yellow Liverpool shirt there is like a small, and again they want 35 for it, which is fine. It's not a bad price. That's disgusting. But the rest of these shirts were mainly Arsenal and Manchester United. There weren't really much of anything else. There was a couple of Welsh like t-shirts and long sleeve shirts, and there was a hoodie that I actually quite liked. I think it was coming up. There it is. I quite liked that. It's like a zip-up track thing, but in the end, obviously, I left it. I think it was about £18. A couple of polos, and then we're back to just Arsenal shirts. So unfortunately, nothing worth picking up in Sports Direct. This next one and this final one, I was tempted to keep for the collection. Cost me £10 for everything delivered to my door. Like I said, I was tempted, and to be honest, had it not been for one small issue, I probably would keep this. So, again, a shirt that has been on my shelf for a while. Take it out of the packet. It's green. What could it be, to be fair? There aren't that many shirts that are that colour green with a bit of white on it. Oh, is it a Celtic shirt? No, but we're in the right league. This is a Hibernian shirt. Now, I don't see these very often down this way. It's got Marathon Bet on the front. It's nice. It smells nice as well. Haven't washed this one for reasons I will let you know in just a second. So £10 for everything. It is a large. It does look like a bit of a tight large. It's got a nice collar on it. It's just a nice shirt. It doesn't have anything on the back of it, which is slightly unfortunate, but there we are. I'll give you a look like an overlay or whatever. But it's nice. It is a nice shirt. Now, in the overlay, I will try my best to show you, but there is a little bit of damage to this, and I kind of knew it before. The listing does say Lovely Hibs shirt, few seasons old, in very good condition. I would argue that it's not in very good condition. It depends who you are and if you collect shirts or not. But if you do collect shirts, you would look at this and go, it's in reasonably good condition. I don't think you'd ever say that this was really good or very good. The Marathon Bet sponsor is it's going through a tough time right now. So the R and the A, and even the other A, the other side of the R, have issues around the outside. Some peeling here or there. And I can peel up the R. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but yeah, I can peel that up a little bit, which is an issue. And then these little, whatever they are, leaves or whatever, they are starting to come away quite badly, actually, on both sides. So I would not say that that's a very good condition shirt. I would not want to wear this because it doesn't have long left, in my opinion. One wash is all it takes, and it will probably peel off a lot of the sponsor. Like, I hand wash my football shirts, literally just put a little bit of soap in a bowl, cold water, dunk them in, leave them in there for a couple of minutes, take them out, wring them out very gently and just hang them up, and that's it. Because when I wear a football shirt, I don't wear it to actually play football or anything. Sometimes I'll go running in the odd shirt, but I've got I think I've mentioned this before, I've got a Nuremberg shirt that is a little bit ruined that I go running in because it's got just really weird marks all over it. Kind of looks like part of the design, but it's not. I don't know what it is. I might show you one day. It's in another room right now, so I'm not going to show you right now. But yeah, it's nice, but one wash and that will fall apart. So I am going to sell it, and I have listed it and explained the situation with the sponsor. I can't imagine I'm going to get more than £20 for that. Thankfully, though, it is quite not a rare shirt, but people don't sell Hibs shirts as often as they do Liverpool shirts or Chelsea shirts or whatever it may be. So it's going to go at some point, and after fees and everything, I might be looking at between £5 and £8 profit. So it's not as good as it could have been. I'm definitely going to push 25, and if I can get that, then obviously that's fantastic. But I think 20 is a bare minimum, so I think I'll just put £8 profit back on to the fund, which puts us up to £173. So that's not bad. We started off at 177 in this episode. We've added the Liverpool title-winning shirt to the collection, and we've only spent £4 effectively because of the stuff that we have to sell, and I didn't even include that Chelsea shirt. So it is what it is. Not a bad episode, not the most exciting episode of all time, but not a bad episode. I don't know about the next episode, but hopefully in one of the next 2 episodes I will have an absolute banger of a shirt. I said that Roberto Firmino shirt was my most expensive in the collection. If this one arrives, it will eclipse nearly the entire collection, I think. It's glorious. It is so good. It's not particularly nice, but it is a glorious shirt. Look forward to that one, won't you? If you have enjoyed this episode of the Free Football Shirt Collection Challenge, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.